So, welcome to a slightly overcast Crosby. This is one of the areas with a big sky that I often travel to if I'm trying to research or think about the next stage of my book or what I should work on next down this path here, or when I'm reading and just want a nice location out in the fresh air where I can relax and read unimpeded by people. Back to the path. And at this point in proceedings, I'm afraid the wind got too much, so I've had to re-record the narration when I get home. This is the end of the path which I came to this morning, which is one of my favourite places to walk, to read, to think. As you can see, it's a big wide beach area, and it's also the location of the famous Anthony Gormley statues, which you can see standing and dotted in the sea. It's a big open period of coast up to Formby to the north and past Liverpool, West Kirby and Wales to the south, and it's quite an eerie place with the sands blowing, with the solitary figures. The tide is in at the moment, so you can't really see exactly how strange it is with these lone figures standing out. I know I'm getting distracted from my book slightly, but it's well worth a visit if you're ever in the area, as we look towards Liverpool from here as well. And if we just move over, we'll move towards one of the actual Gormley statues itself. They're very strange human figures, very lifelike human figures, anatomically correct as you can see, in the sand all the way out to sea. I'm not quite sure how successful this will be with you hearing and seeing me walk, but as you can tell, it's a little bit on the windy side. And now this video will turn into a badly dubbed 1970s kung fu movie where my lips don't actually reflect the words that I'm saying. The purpose of this video is more really to show you some of the places that I like to wander along when I'm thinking about the internal monologues of my characters in my books. And big open spaces and big skies I find very helpful to inspire me. It's also true that it reminds me of my childhood to some extent, because I'm very familiar with this area of coast, which hopefully there'll be little enough wind that you can hear on this next piece of film. And now we're slightly more sheltered from the wind. You can probably hear my voice. I was actually brought up just up the coast from here in Formby, which is very similar, with a lot of sand dunes, big open spaces, big tidal estuary, out towards the North Sea. And you can probably see a bit closer from this angle just how beautiful it is and how nice just to sit and read and take in the sand, the dunes, the sea, and just the feeling of peace.